Hi besties, welcome back to my channel, and oof, Jeffree Star is allegedly being sued by like a big estate, and normally when that happens, it's like a big deal, and it's like really like shady, and it's like they go after a person. So the fact that this is happening, and I've seen very little people talking about it actually, is like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? Like, what is going on? So anyway, he is allegedly being sued by Anna Nicole's estate. And this is over one of his products, and I've actually read a little bit about this, but I want to go through it with you in the moment, because you know we really like doing that on this channel, because we are one community, and we're just sitting down shit talking. And honestly, my favorite thing about my videos is that I can come on here and not understand what I'm doing by the end of the video, and y'all are correcting me in the comments, and I'm like, see, this is what I like this for. Like, if I'm confused, y'all correct me. If y'all are confused, I correct you, and we just like talking and shit talking. So anyways, let's get into this story. Now, it's also very important to note that Jeffree Star is in a little bit of everything right now. Business Insider have a bunch of allegations against him that have been resurfaced from like years ago, and then new stuff, and there's a bunch of alleged victims coming through against Jeffree Star, like coming up with their statements and then retracting them. It's like a lot against Jeffree right now, and also consider the fact he's getting so much backlash from just the general public, but also his fans for the way he's handling his releases, and that they think he's just treating them like numbers, and you know, just coming back whenever he wants to sell a product, which of course he looks at you like that. I don't know why it's taking you to 2020 to understand that, babe, but anyway, now you're here and now you know. So with all that on his plate, obviously a lot is going on with Jeffree Star right now, so honestly, let's just get into this. So I saw this tweet by Def Noodles, and this is how the news was broke to me. He said, Jeffree Star being sued by Anna Nicole Smith's estate for using Anna's name in Jeffree's Velour, I think is how you say that, Velour liquid lipstick line. The estate also claims that the shade named Anna Nicole Smith is similar to what Anna used to wear. So this is where you don't want to like be, because if an estate is coming after you, especially for someone who's no longer here, and it's like they can really prove that something is too similar, that's whenever you're really in the bad books, and whenever, in my opinion, from watching my Emily D. Baker live streams, that's not when the court would favor your side. Allegedly, but I'm just going off of, I'm really a fangirl for Emily D. Baker. I love that woman so much. Anyway, let's get into this. Here we have a news article from Drew Reports News. It says, Anna Nicole Smith estate is suing Jeffree Star for his Velour liquid lipstick line, and it says that this was created on Wednesday the 28th of October, so this has been up for a while, and there have been some updates since. And here we have this, which is like the court legal documents, and I always say that like, I again love whenever I'm watching other people talk about this, but whenever I'm looking at like court documents, even though they're like public knowledge, I'm like, oh my god, I feel like so dirty, I feel like I'm invading in something, even though it's out there and everyone's already looking at it and like looking way further into it than what we do on this channel. Do you not be like, oh my god, like this is like something they handle in like a courtroom, and this is like Judge Judy type shit, and it's like we're over here just like hey besties, like going through it, and it's like, I don't know. Okay, so anyway, it just makes drama in general seem a lot more like legit and scary, okay? So here we go. The estate of Anna Nicole Smith Incorporated, a California corporation. Plaintiff, okay, oh my god, I only know what these words mean by Judge Judy, versus Jeffree Star Cosmetics Incorporated, a California corporation, and does 1 through 10 inclusive. Defendants. Now, again, I only know what both of those words mean by Judge Judy. Now, Judge Judy slapped. Can we take a moment? Judge Judy, wow. She is like my auntie I would go to for advice, you know what I mean? But like, she's not my auntie. She just has that like warm energy, but like a scary energy that an auntie would have, you know what I mean? But like also, like you would go to her whenever you need some advice. Is that just me? I really get those vibes. Yeah. She also gives me principal vibes. And principals scare me. So I'm like treading a line with Judge Judy. Anyway, let's go on. Quite the year Jeffree Star is having. That's one way to put it. He is now being sued by Anna Nicole Smith estate. So they're not even throwing in allegedly here. I'm just gonna throw in allegedly, but because they obviously have like court documents or whatever, I guess this is like legit, right? Or allegedly, I don't fucking know. So quite the year Jeffree Star is having. He is now being sued by Anna Nicole Smith estate. After a year of getting cancelled, it's funny whenever like news outlets are also covering like after a year of being cancelled, it's like, oh, I thought that was just like YouTube shit, because no one takes us seriously outside of that. Anyway, lawsuit is what the makeup mogul has left with. The estate of late Anna Nicole is suing Star for using the model's name in his makeup line. The lawsuit was filed in the Los Angeles Superior Court. So here we go, a picture of obviously Anna Nicole Smith and Jeffree Star. According to it, the estate said that they own the intellectual property rights, including all rights of publicity associated with the legendary model and actress Anna Nicole Smith. The rights were inherited after her passing in February 2007. Can you imagine losing your family member and years later having to deal with Jeffree Star trying to, like, use her? Like, this family has gone through enough, Jeffree. And these, like, lawsuits, you always come after them for, like, emotional distress, and I'm always like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, how can you prove, like, emotional distress? Jesus. Like, if I lost someone in my family and years later Jeffree Star was trying to use that, yeah, that's emotional distress. I would never want my deceased family member to be associated with Jeffree Star. I wouldn't want any of my family. Are you kidding me? Of course there's emotional distress. You're being associated with Jeffree Star. That was shady, sorry. The estate recently learned that Star has a lipstick named Anna Nicole. The lipstick is a part of the YouTuber's collection. It is a similar shade of what the late model preferred. And then here is an article from The Blast. The estate accuses Jeffree Star Cosmetics of using Anna Nicole's name, image, and likeness to advertise for sales and sell its different commercial products. Which, again, from me not being a judge, it's very obvious that that's like using a family member. And so if I was, you know, the family of Anna Nicole, I'd be like, yeah, of course he's using her name and her image, whatever, to sell this, because the name and the shade is so like what, literally her name, but like what she would wear. And I don't know why Jeffree didn't think about that. He always says, oh, I was just thinking about my shade names whenever I was so high. And it's like, it goes through so many different higher-ups, because we know he doesn't fully own Jeffree Star Cosmetics. And it's like, do they not think about this shit, or do they not want to think about it so that they can get lawsuits and then more drama headlines? Allegedly. You know what I mean? Come on now. Really? Really? And it also goes on to say that the plaintiffs say that Jeffree never obtained permission from the estate to use Anna Nicole on his products. Despite this, they claim he sold numerous products with her name. Again, this is so shady, and it's like, even me, not being in like the business world, I know the amount of people you have to run things by, like names and getting copyright. And even in the Shane series, remember, he was like, Shane, whatever name you want, like we have to put it through the copyright and like that. And it's like, Jeffree, surely if you're that, you know, high tech and know about that, you would apply that to your own things. Or was it just worth getting the money from it first and then, you know, just being able to, you know, give that money back or pay it back? Like, what is the thinking here? You know what I mean? It's like, did he want to get the money from this before they noticed and then he would have the money if they sued him? Because that seems like such a headache for no reason, right? Like, he did that for what? Because I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. Because it's so shady, yes, but it's also seemingly so fucking dumb. Why don't you just go back to naming them like weird fucking shit that you normally do? All these lipstick shades, back to the normal shit you would name them. Like, why did you have to go after Anna Nicole Smith and, like, literally go against everything her estate stand for? You are not exempt from, you know, that. And that is being using her name, her likeness, her likability to sell products. Because as of yet, right, from my knowledge, they wouldn't have gotten any of the money that Jeffree Star would have made from selling that. And the reason he's selling that was because of the, you know, promotional aspect of it, which was Anna Nicole's likeness, the shade that she would always wear, and her name. And that's so shady. And it's like, again, keep in mind, this man is the one who says that his creativity is off the charts, like everything. Creativity above all, that he says, you know, he is going to be the first one to do everything. And in recent times, all we're seeing is that he's like using other people to sell products, other people to get involved in drama to sell products. But on top of that, the actual products themselves seem to lack any sort of creativity. It's been done before. It's been done like multiple times. Like, it just, nothing original about Jeffree Star Cosmetics, in my opinion, anymore. Like, in 2020, what does Jeffree Star Cosmetics stand out to you about? Because normally it would be, oh my god, the creativity, their likeness to be able to, you know, touch things that other brands would never want to do. Colors, color schemes, like fucking packaging. But in this day and age in 2020, it looks like they're just doing everything that every other company has done years ago. And they're just like, oh, but it's Jeffree Star approved. Like, it makes no sense that he still tries to push this narrative that he is above everyone else in terms of creativity and packaging and promotional. And here we're seeing him get caught up in a lawsuit for literally that, because he wasn't original and he was using someone else to get sales. And You know what so Alaska goes on. So here we see again the estate of Anna Nicole Smith Incorporated, California Corporation, plaintiff, Jeffree Star Cosmetics Incorporated, defendants. So it says, further, nor did defendant pay or offer to pay plaintiff compensation for the commercial use of such rights, let alone compensation. So, doing none of these, with a substantial commercial value of using Anna Nicole Smith's name, image, and likeness. So, again, and now, Anna Nicole Smith is someone Trisha Paytas loves, and for Trisha Paytas still being up Jeffree Star's ass, you think she would have stood in before now? Right? Because she didn't. So it's like they all just protect each other, and then whenever one of them gets caught up in a lawsuit, they're like, oh, all silent, including Jeffree Star. Why is he not speaking up about this? You gonna come over and say hi? Luna, you wanna come over? Come here. Jump over. They want to see you. Luna, come here. We're matching today. Come here. She's just staring at me. Let me go get her. Hold on. Pretty girl. Oh, she's so... Hi, everyone. Here's Luna. She was just been staring at me throughout the entire filming process. She sleeps over in that chair and just watches me. So, hi. Luna wants to say hi. Do you want to meow for them or anything? No, she will just go to sleep right now. Yeah, she's still a little kitten. Good girl, aren't you? Want to say bye to the people? I don't think she wants to say anything. Okay, good girl. So you know what I mean? Trisha Paytas, I'm asking you, did you buy this shade because you love Anna Nicole so much? And normally, I would have assumed if I had seen this product shade or whatever from Jeffree Star that it was a partnership or something. You know the way companies do that where it's like, oh, like Anna Nicole Smith Estate, X Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and like, you know, it's like one big product that they're doing a collaboration with. So the fact that even I learned that after that, especially someone who studies like packaging and marketing, whenever that's a clear sign that you have to approve all that, that it was just Jeffree doing that on his own, that's so shady. And I'm sure, please flip the narrative that if Jeffree Star was no longer here, and years from now, an up-and-coming fucking makeup brand used his name and like fucking likability, if that exists, no, but to sell a product, I'm sure his estate would come after them. So, Anna Nicole Smith are 100% in the rights here. So, Anna Nicole Smith estate is seeking unspecified damages. They want the court to order Jeffree to turn all the profits he made from the sales. Now, I think that's going to be a big hit to Jeffree Star because this was a huge product. So, again, Anna Nicole Smith's estate is seeking unsuspected damages. They want the court to order Jeffree, like not even like offer, order Jeffree to turn all the profits he made from the sales. Ooh, Jeffree has yet to respond to the lawsuit because why would he respond to it? He responds to everyone else's lawsuit, but not once he gets himself caught up in. Isn't that right, Mr. Star? Yeah. So really summed up, Jeffree, if you want to be seen as a creative brand, come up with creative ideas. If you want to be seen as an original trendsetter brand, continue sticking with that. Because in recent times, it seems that you've definitely been doing quantity over quality. And I think the reviews are reflecting that as well, allegedly. But just the fact that you're now getting called out for... You'll see this. She does this every day. Just like swatting them, trying to get them off the tree. You know what we're not going to do? That, Miss Queen. So guys, I want to know what your opinion is on this. I definitely think that Jeffree Star Cosmetics has just been getting way more negative press than ever before. Like, normally they would get popular stuff as well, but just negative stuff. And I believe that people are really starting to get turned off with the idea of them. And just... how much negative attention can a brand take? Like, if Jeffree, the spokesperson, you know, he can take it or whatever like that. But I feel like they really made a mistake not making Jeffree not, you know, so prominent in the brand. What I mean by that is, I believe that whenever the scandals first started coming out with Jeffree in, like, 2017, with, like, the racism stuff that he had to address, I believe that he should have stepped down as the fucking figurehead of the brand back then, because it probably would have lasted and had more longevity and less scandals if he wasn't just solely attached to it. Now, again, we know that he's not the fucking sole owner of the brand that he claims to be, but just, you know what I mean? Like, or at least a name change or something. Like, Jeffree Star Cosmetics, the name is not it. Like, if someone comes up to me and like, oh, I want to buy a Jeffree Star Cosmetics palette, I'm like, but if you said, I want to buy a magic palette, you know, if he had changed the name that I didn't know immediately it was Jeffree Star, I'd be like, ooh, interesting. You know what I mean? I want to know what your opinion is on that as well. And maybe that's what's going to happen in the future, considering literally just the negative energy and press towards Jeffree's brand recently. Let me know, how do you think this lawsuit's going to plan out? Whose side are you on? Who do you think will win? What do you think will come of this? Do you think Jeffree will hand over all the money? Do you think he'll be forced to? Whatever. Let's talk about it. I'll see you in my next one. Stay gorgeous, Trishy Fishies. Bye.